So we have Donald Trump's new immigration policy here, and it is absolutely insane. This is in Axios. They say, scoop, inside Trump's new plan to limit immigration. So he's going above and beyond where he went previously. Trump's plan would involve waves of harsh new policies and dust off old ones that rarely have been enforced, if ever. It would, number one, ramp up ideological screening for people legally applying to come into the country. U.S. law has blocked communists from entering for decades. It just hasn't been enforced. Trump wants to enforce it to reject applicants who are deemed Marxists. So he wants to do thought crimes. He literally wants to do thought crimes. If you come in this country, you can't have these kinds of politics or that kind of politics. This is insane. Now, by the way, how would they define Marxist? They would probably say anybody even slightly left of center counts as a Marxist. Do you want to raise the minimum wage? Congrats, you're a Marxist. Do you want even a public option for healthcare? Congrats, you're a Marxist. Do you want to get money out of politics? Congrats, you're a Marxist. Do you agree with unions? Congrats, you're a Marxist. That's what they did during the Red Scare. Everybody in the union movement, they would just say, you're a communist. This is deeply Orwellian and incredibly authoritarian. It's thought crimes. That's what it is. They continue. Number two, send the Coast Guard and the Navy to form a blockade in the waters off the U.S. and Latin America to stop drug smuggling boats. It would be a significant step up Trump's show of force in 2020 when he sent warships to the Caribbean as a warning to cartels. Jesus Christ. Next, expand Trump's Muslim ban idea to block more people from certain countries from entering the U.S. As president, he banned immigration from more than a dozen countries that are mostly Muslim, or in Africa, President Biden rescinded that executive order. So he started out with a broad idea of like a Muslim ban, then he had to keep limiting it and narrowing it because the courts kept slapping him down and saying that's too broad, that's unconstitutional, that's not allowed. It looks like now he wants to override the courts and overrule the courts and say, no, I don't care, I'm going to expand it anyway. Again, there's a theme here. He's becoming more openly authoritarian in his second term. Because, you know, I think he feels snubbed by the courts blocking him and the institutions blocking him from trying to do his full coup and insurrection. And so now he's like, I'm going to let my freak flag fly. And this is my plan, and I'm going to stick to it this time. Ideological screening, banning anybody left of center, completely militarizing the border. But it gets even worse. Ready? It gets worse than expanding a Muslim ban. Ready? Designate drug cartels as unlawful enemy combatants to allow the U.S. military to target them in Mexico. The U.S. has used that designation to justify long-term detentions of 9/11 suspects at Guantanamo Bay. In other words, part of his immigration plan is war with Mexico. Mexico didn't agree to this. They didn't agree to you going in there to take out the cartels or whatever. You're going to violate their sovereignty. You're going to use drones, which, by the way, have a 90% civilian death rate. This is psycho stuff. And again, what feeds the cartels are war on drugs. Does he want to legalize, tax, and regulate drugs to take out the cartels? No, he wants to bomb them. All right, seek to end birthright citizenship for children of undocumented immigrants. Trump considered this as president, but today's conservative-leaning Supreme Court has given his team more confidence about taking on an inevitable legal fight. This would be brazenly unconstitutional, so I don't know how he'd be able to succeed on this front. But then again, he could just ignore the courts. He's already showing signs he wants to just ignore the courts. Extend Texas's controversial floating barriers in the Rio Grande. By the way, they're buoys that have saws connected to them to kill people if they try to come past the Rio Grande. I mean, this is like Mad Max insanity. And then, of course, there's quickly deport migrant gang members, due process, schmoo process, who cares? He doesn't care about that stuff. Just get him out, get him out, get him out. And then complete his border wall. That is unsurprising. But what happened? I thought you already completed it, because you pretend like you completed half the time, but now in this instance, you're saying, no, I need to complete the border wall. So which is it? Did you complete it, or do you have to complete it, or how does that work? This is psycho stuff, man. Now, Biden, we've criticized Biden quite a bit for continuing a lot of Trump's border policies. Title 42, remain in Mexico. He extended them for a very long time. I think some of them have gone away now. But this is ramping it up way above and beyond not only Biden, but also way past Trump first term. I don't know how anybody in good conscience can support something like this. Thought crimes, ideological screening. What happened to we're in favor of the free exchange of ideas and open debate, bro? That's what we are. We're not authoritarians. This is deeply authoritarian. That and war with Mexico and an expanded Muslim ban. What else is there to say? Truly, truly psychotic stuff. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop. And watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.